Yeah, we table talking, it's a different topic. Every episode, man, it's a different project. We can kick it, rock it, come and talk about it. Let your voice be heard, we'll be table talking. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Table Talk It. We got our guest today, his name is John. Say hi, John.
Hi guys, my name is John.
Alright, so we have a few questions today. The topics are going to be on the universe, religion, life and purpose, and love. And so, you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get started. The first question we have is, what type of world do you see us living in at the moment? And how do you see the world?
Am I talking to them or you?
Oh, did anyone?
So, what type of world are we living in?
Yeah.
First,
What kind of world do you see us living in? And how do you perceive the world to be?
I see us living in a cruel world, honestly.
Yeah.
Because of everything that's going on in the world. I mean, I'm sure we all know everything with the pandemic, how people are treating one another, how people aren't respecting one another. I just think we just live in a cruel world, and it's up to us to fix it, really, not anybody else. So
I like that. I agree with you, but I wouldn't describe it as cruel. I would describe it more as broken. That we live in a broken world. A broken world that needs saving. And like you said, like we're its only hope, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, not to get into a whole different topic, but like there's no other life in the universe that's gonna come save us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gotta be us. It's gotta be the people of Earth, the people of the world that we're living in right now. We are the change, you know.
Yeah.
But there's so much hate in this world. There's so much negativity that we bring each other down. It's ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
But that's what we're living in right now, unfortunately. But there's gonna be a lot to change. There's gonna be a lot to do in order to change. It takes time, you know. But I mean, it starts with one person, you know. And why not choose to be that person, you know?
Yeah. It doesn't hurt to try.
Exactly. The second question we have following that is, how do you think the world sees us?
Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, cause everyone's different, obviously, right? We all have our own perspective on life, and how I think the world sees me is, I feel somewhat helpless because of everything that's going on. But I mean, not so helpless because, I mean, I am religious, so I do pray. I pray for the world, for people, and that's some help, and that's not just some help, because I mean, it should be really big help since you're praying. You must stop praying to like God and everything. But I don't know how it answers like how the world sees us. Just like, I don't know, just people doing their own thing, really.
Yeah.
Not people coming together as we should, like unite. If anything, we're all just doing our own thing. We're all together in the world.
Yeah.
You know, we're all in this together. So the world ends, we're all dying. What?
That's the wrong song.
Just kidding. But yeah, no, like it's just like the world ends in Asia, the world ends over here. Same thing, you know. So we all gotta just unite. Doesn't matter where we are, where we're from, and that's how I just think the world seems is just people doing their own thing.
I guess if you see it from a Hobbs,
Oh, yeah.
support
Yeah.
Hobbs music on Instagram. If you perceive it as a like nature type thing, like Mother Earth, you know, and not like as that like the world, Mother Earth and stuff like that. If you perceive it in that way, I feel like the world sees us as just part of life.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
like we're here to ruin Earth,
Yeah, basically.
and then it kills us all.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. But if you're talking about like something not like aside from nature, let's talk about like something spiritually and stuff like that. I feel like the world sees us as broken people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we see the world as a broken world, but we're broken people.
We're the ones that are broken.
We're the ones that are broken, you know. And I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say the world's like an inanimate object because, well, it's inanimate, but it's not non-living.
Yeah.
You know, because I mean, the world, life, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But I feel like it relies on us just as much as we rely on it. You know, unfortunately, like we've been saying, like we're not in a good place right now as a world.
Yeah.
But I feel like as long as we take care of the world's gonna take care of us.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Has to.
so we're gonna get into the next topic, which is religion. The question I have is, how has God helped us overcome many things? Or how has God helped you overcome many things?
I was like, I don't know. Me, it was like, not playing. But he's helped me by being there for me, honestly, in the toughest times. I mean, this year, honestly, has probably been one of the toughest years for me. Because of school, basketball, something different. College, I experienced something different. It wasn't like high school. Nothing like high school. It was just something completely different, honestly. And I didn't know what to expect, so I didn't go into college like. I went in optimistic. I was just like, yeah, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But like, how were the downfalls gonna be?
Yeah.
Like, I did not know how any of that was gonna be. So I kind of went in with like an open mind.
Okay.
So I'll take it, But at the same time, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not in it alone. Obviously, like God's with me, and I would pray to Him as much as I could. I honestly started going to church over there.
Oh, you did?
Over there in Coach Douglas, where I was at. But the first couple months I didn't go not because I wasn't like interested in not going or like wasn't religious, but like I didn't have time because I'd have practice Sundays, like workout Sundays and stuff. So I didn't really have like, I don't want to say I didn't have time, but that's the truth. Like I didn't have time because there's always time for God. You always have to make time for God. And I started to go more and more, and like thankfully, like more I went. And the more I prayed, like I would feel so much better because of the things that I was going through over there by myself. Because it's not like my teammates, yeah, they're my friends, but it's not like they're like my closest friends. Like it's not like I could talk to them about something deep because I really couldn't. Like they don't know me just like I don't know them personally, like as much as like you know me or like our other friends know me. So I would just spend my time like talking to God, just really just letting Him like know everything about me, know everything that's going on, know what I'm feeling. Although here He knows, but having that conversation with Him really just helped me feel better. It just helped me like so much. And yeah, like I was like, don't get me wrong, I was still going through a tough time, but it wasn't as tough as it was in the beginning, or it got better. And it just gets better.
Yeah,
it gets better. That's how it was. That's how it is.
So, well, with me personally, I'm not as big on, I guess, going to church and stuff like that as I want to be. Like you said, there's always time for them, but like lately, I feel like time just isn't with me. You get me?
Yeah,
it's not on my side. Yeah. So like lately, I've been going through a tough time, since my dad passed, and so there's been times where if I do feel really really lost, then I pray, and I ask for guidance and stuff like that. And like to me, it makes me feel selfish in the way that like I think we've talked about it before, where it's like I feel like I'm asking Him for too much, and I can't do anything for Him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have talked about it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just that's how I feel, Like so, like sometimes I hesitate on asking Him for stuff. So I'm like, damn, like I've asked already for too much things, Like I don't want to seem too pushy. And then some like for the most part, like I've realized it, and I've tried to change it and stuff like that. I've been wanting to pray like every night, just as even if I had a good day and stuff like that, just to thank Him and stuff like that. But lately I've caught myself just praying to Him whenever I need Him, when I need something, and I don't like that, But just to further answer the question, how has He helped us overcome many things? he's just always been there, you know. And there's this quote that I saw. I don't know if you've seen it before, but it's sometimes we ask why we struggle sometimes, or why God doesn't feel like He's there when we struggle. Um, but like if you think about it, like the teacher is always silent during the test. You know? I like that quote, and so I portray that in my everyday life. Like, you know, sometimes I'll be struggling, but I know that he's right there by my side. You know.
Well, as long as you know, it's a good thing that you know, and you're not pushing him aside either. You know, you pray to him, so that's all that matters. That's good.
Second question on religion: do you think that when we die, heaven and hell are the only two ends of life, or do you believe that we are reincarnated?
No, I don't believe in that.
You don't believe in reincarnation?
Reincarnation? No. As much as I like seen stuff about it, like it's like, yeah, it makes me think. You know, it's just like, like, you know, could I be a dog in the next life? Like, could I be a lion? Like, but like, it's kind of like, I hear so many other stories that like, you know, that people have passed away and they look after you. People that have passed away but came to life and they see Jesus. You know, I believe that more than I do the reincarnation. But like, I don't know, because I mean, what if when you die, God's like, nah, I'm gonna reincarnate you into something else, you know? So like, again, I don't know, but like, obviously I do believe in heaven and hell, and I do think for the most part people do end up going to either heaven or hell.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think people are like right away like reincarnated. But I don't know, honestly. That's my take on it though. That's a little our topic. You know? I don't know.
I believe in all three, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because, I mean, the question is like, do you think that when we die, heaven and hell are the only two ends of our life? I mean, for some people, I believe that it is, you know? But I don't know, for some reason, I feel like when you go up there, God gives you a choice. You know, well, when you go up there, when you go down there, you're screwed. You're screwed. When you go down there, you're screwed. What's it called? But when you go up to heaven, I feel like you do have that choice. He gives you that choice. He said, I feel like you can either, he's like, you know what, you can stay here in this sanctuary, in this peaceful home, and just live and look over your loved ones. Or not much of like a second chance, but like you can go again and live another life because you earned it. You earned it. And so he sends you in another life. He surprises you with the form of life, you know, but you're able to live another life, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I'm thinking about it.
Like I feel like that's how it works, you know, because you hear all these stories about reincarnation, and I mean, even where is it, like in India or
something.
Over there in like a third world country, like they don't kill cows because
that's your ancestors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, for someone to believe that, it must be true. You know?
I mean, that's the reason.
Yeah, that's the reason to believe it. Yeah, and I feel like that's how it is. You know, so I believe in all three. I mean, I know it was an either or question, but if I want to like dive into it, I believe in all three. I feel like, well, you go to hell, you're screwed.
Yeah, you have no choice.
You have no choice. You
burn up.
You messed up. Bye.
Yeah. Laters.
And then you go to heaven, and I feel like he either gives you that choice, or he's like, you know what, I need you back out there to make a difference. I need you back out there, and he just sends you out there like one of his little soldiers. One of his like true angels. You know, because I'm a very corny person when it comes to love and stuff, and like when you meet someone, you know, and you fall in love with them, you're like, damn, you're an angel sent down. You know, so like, who's to say that he doesn't send you down on purpose to be someone's blessing? You know, you don't know what your mission is until you're born, and then it comes to you. You know, and then that's when you realize what your lesson in life is as you start living. You know, like with me, I believe my lesson in life, which is gonna be the next topic, regardless. So like, I feel like my lesson in life, not my lesson, my purpose in life is to help make a difference in the world, a positive difference, to help change people's perspectives from negative to positive, to help influence and motivate other people. I mean, that's the reason why I'm doing a podcast, you know, just to give some entertainment, give some positivity to the world, you know. And I feel like that's just my purpose, to come down here to make a positive difference and to to help people, to save people.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, I get you.
And I feel like, well, maybe what if I had a life before, and then I was born, I was reborn, I was reincarnated, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna send you down to do this, and then boom, I'm here, and that's what I'm doing. You get me?
I get what you're saying. It's crazy to think about, honestly. Like now I'm thinking about it, like what? Anyway, no, but that's trippy. Yeah, like, we never know.
Next topic is life and purpose. So the first question we have here are, why are we the way that we are, and what have we done to get to this point in life?
Why are we the way we are?
Yeah. So why are you the way you are?
Why am I? Because my parents, honestly, I'm gonna be my parents in this topic because they raised me, you know. Obviously, not just my parents, but like my grandma, there's my older brother. There's my sister too, you know, she's young, but so it's fine.
Your family helps raise you.
Yeah. Like I'm the way I am because of them, you know. When I was younger, like, okay, I'm not gonna say I had the perfect childhood. No, I didn't have the perfect childhood, you know. Like, not a lot of people don't have the perfect childhood or anything, but yeah, there was some difficulties growing up because of certain situations, but it wasn't anything bad. But I mean, like, we all learn from our mistakes. We all learn from what we've done in the past, whether it's good or bad. If it's good, you learn from it and just get better at it. If it's bad, you learn from it and just get better at it. But my parents have raised me, obviously, since I was a kid, and they've always taught me what's good from bad. And always, whether I was little, now they still tell me. It's like I know, obviously, we know, but like it doesn't hurt for your parents to tell us. And I kind of like grasp that, like, you know what, like it's okay. Like I let my parents tell me. Whether my parents, they know best, they know more. Yeah. You know, so I'm not gonna argue with my parents. Because before I would argue, I'd be like, I know, like, why are you telling me?
Like a rebel teenager.
Like, yeah, like, but I wasn't a bad teenager, alright? Like I wasn't crazy or anything, but I would like be like, nah.
You were a bad teenager, man. The worst out of all of them.
Yeah, nah, but like, yeah, I wasn't that much. I wasn't a rebel child.
Yeah, you were.
Like, I was like, I'm not doing that, but I would like always talk back and stuff, be like, I know, and this and that. But like now I kind of like get it. I'm like, you know what? Like I'm gonna let them tell me, you know, because they know best. They know best for me and everything, and I know they want what's best for me. Yeah. And I take their advice. I listen to them because without them, like I wouldn't be here. You know, like without them, like I probably would be a rebel kid. I'd be doing drugs, be doing all these other type of things that, you know, like I shouldn't be doing. But because of them, like I am the way I am, like personality wise, and like just personality wise, really, and everything else, you know. And that's, I just want to say I am the way I am because of my parents.
Your parents,
my family, yeah.
To piggyback off of that, I agree with you. But I'm gonna add a little bit more to it, that we are the way we are because of the people we surround ourselves with. I know you said family, you know, and I know you're gonna agree with me on this, but a lot of the friends that we make in life are family, you know. And I feel like just the people that we surround ourselves with are who we end up being, you know. If we surround ourselves with people that are always there for us, if we surround ourselves with people that motivate us to do better, who, you know, like we do something and they're like, hey dude, like I'm happy for you, like congratulations, or like, hey, heck yeah,
support
you asked for it, support it, yeah, exactly. Then you're gonna be successful in life, you're gonna be a good person, you know. But if you're with kids that have no oomph or have no drive, ambition to do anything with their lives, if they're always, you know, many people that are out just drinking, smoking, partying, you know, like that's all they do. I mean, not to say that they're not gonna get anywhere in life, but that's kind of where it's headed, you know. So if you surround yourself with people that just do that, I mean, that's what you're gonna turn out to be, you know. Dude, there are some people that, I mean, they have friends like that, but then they steer their own path. They're still friends with these people, but they steer their own path and they're successful because that inner drive and ambition is within themselves. You know. But I feel like we are the way we are because of the people we surround ourselves with, but because of also like what we have inside of us. You know, if you have the heart to do something, you have the mind to do something, if you have the ambition, like you said, the drive to want to become something and want to do something with your life, you're gonna do it. You know, it all comes from yourself, from your own.
Yeah.
You know, because you're your own person. You're an individual. You have your own choices. You make your own decisions and stuff like that. And so, we are the way we are because of us, because of what we go through, because of what we put ourselves through, how we overcome our struggles and obstacles in life. You know, like all of that makes us grow and makes us
who we are now.
Who we are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do you think that we have a destiny set out for us already, or are we given the choice because of free will? Because in life, we are given free will. God says, this is your life. Do what you want with it. It's up to you where you end up, you know? Obviously, He's there to guide us. He's there to give us answers and questions and signs and stuff like that. That's just the free will that He gives us, you know? But do you think that He already has a destiny set out for you? And it's going to probably contradict what I said earlier about the reincarnation part. But, like, do you think that He's like, you know what? This is your purpose. Go live it. Or do you think we are given that choice and He's like, you know what? Do what you want. It's your life.
Okay, that's kind of a hard topic because, like, when I talk to like my mom, or like when I talk to someone that's religious about like what you just said, like, do you think God has you doing this, or do you think He's letting you do what you want? And I think it's kind of both, you know, because we have free will. He lets us decide.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, you're either gonna go this path or you're gonna go this path. Good, bad, you know. He lets us decide on that part. And I think like once we've already chosen what side, obviously He knows what we're gonna like decide and everything, you know. I think at that point, like, He already has us like, all right, well, this is gonna be your life, you know, this is what you're gonna do and everything, you know. But I think that like at the same time, He's like, you have a choice. Yeah. You're gonna go the bad route, you're gonna have this. You're gonna go the good route, you're gonna have that. You know. That's how I think. That's how I take it. You know, because like I said, like talk to someone religious and stuff, and like you could go do this stuff, which isn't good, or you can go do that stuff, which is good, you know. And God's giving you that choice. Yeah. You know. Like I said, like I grew up with that. Like, because you said we're all individuals. We all have our own choices. Exactly. Yeah. So, like, we're either gonna make the wrong choice or the good choice, you know. And yeah, I just think from there, after that one choice, God's gonna be like, all right, there's your life.
What you got.
Yeah. This is what you decide. You chose that. This is what you're gonna.
So you believe that He gives us a purpose, but He also gives us the choice to whether or not to take that, you know? Yeah, okay, I get you. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah. I feel like He gives us, He's like, you know what, this is your life, this is your purpose, He like hands it to us, you know? Yeah. He's like, this is what you need to do.
Just
it's
like
up
that.
to you. Yeah. You can either do it and live a good life, or you can deny it, defy it, completely throw it away, and live the life that you want, but you suffer the consequences.
Yeah, there you go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just like that.
Okay. I like that. Do you think that struggle is a necessary part of life, and why?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was about to slap you. Said
no. No. Definitely. Because like again, it makes you who you are.
Yeah.
You know. And we all struggle, obviously. Yeah. All of us. There's not one person on this world that doesn't struggle. You know, everyone struggled. Jesus struggled. Yeah, he probably struggled the most out of all of us because of everything He went through. But we all struggle, and again, like it's necessary. It's part of life, and again, it depends how you take it. Yeah. You know, and again, this is where like God gives you a choice. You're either gonna take it like this, or you're gonna take it like that. Yeah. You know, you're either gonna grow the right way, or you're either gonna suffer. So you're gonna do your own thing, but you're gonna suffer from those consequences. Yeah. You know, and I just think we all just need to show, you know, and it doesn't matter what age. Like, everyone's going to struggle at an age, you know. And I think as kids, we didn't struggle or anything because we're kids, you know. Like, what do we know about life? Nothing. But as you grow up, it's something new to us, too. And I think that's why, like, a lot of kids our age right now, they just struggle so much because, I mean, at our age, who's religious? Like, not, like, who...
Not a lot of people.
Yeah, not a lot of people.
But a lot because they choose not to.
Yeah. A lot of people, go do drugs, you know? Yeah. Let me go do this, let me go do that. Like, they don't... Not that, they don't care. Like, they don't care, like, straight up. And, like I think that's why kids nowadays struggle more. And plus social media.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a
Social
big.
media
That's
is such a
social
big-
media, and that's why I think kids struggle most
problem.
nowadays, because social media is telling people what to do now.
Exactly.
You know, people aren't like. That's why I think before people, man, I would love to have lived in the times before, before phones, before technology.
You can
social
be yourself without any
Yeah, dude, like-
life expectations.
yeah.
Like now, there's people doing, well, who knows what. You
Yeah,
know, you're
and
like,
then-
I want to do that. You
Yeah.
know, and then there's people like, you know what, they set that to be their
Yeah.
dream or to be their goal. You know, but they're not there yet
Yeah.
in life. You know, I mean, yeah, they can get to it, but they're
Mhm.
not there yet. So when they try striving for that, they end up disappointing themselves because they just it's. What is it called? It's like an unrealistic expectation.
Yeah.
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 You know, and so they go and they try getting it, and they don't disappoint themselves, but they're disappointed with the outcome,
Yeah.
and it causes more pain than what it's supposed to, you know, and like that's probably not what struggle you're supposed to be going through in life,
Yeah.
you know, like that's not the
Yeah.
struggle that was set out for you to go through, you know, yeah, like struggle is necessary, dude.
Yeah.
Like there's not
It's
one
part of
person,
life,
exactly.
part
That's
of
the
life.
that's the way you grow. That's the way you become who you are.
Mhm.
That's how you get to where you're supposed to get to in
Yeah.
life, you know? Like if you don't struggle, I mean, you're just gonna live an easy life,
Yeah.
and what's
What's
the,
the point of
what's
life?
the point
you
of
know?
that,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like
it's gonna be like whatever. But,
without struggle, you don't understand the true feeling of success. Because if you struggle and you fail and all that stuff, the sweet victory of
Yeah.
success isn't gonna mean nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it makes you appreciate the things that you have
Mhm.
more when you struggle.
Yeah.
You know, and being appreciative of what you have, being appreciative of what you got, what you've worked hard for, all that is what makes life worth living.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah. Yeah, man, I agree with you on that, dude. That's true right there. Yeah. But social media. I don't like that. Yeah, dude. Social media. That's
is a
just
big
messy.
problem, dude.
Yeah. That's like. Alright, like to add on that, like I feel like it's just telling people like how to live their life now.
Mhm.
You know, without people like
Doing it for themselves.
doing it for themselves or thinking themselves. They have to go to social media to see. You know, they have to
What-
get
what
approval
should
on
I do?
social media.
Exactly.
Yeah. They have to. Yeah, and that's just.
What should I do today?
Yeah.
Or they post it. Hey
Mhm.
guys, is this good enough?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, like come on. Like, if you think it's good enough, it's good enough. You know.
Yeah. Who
Believe
cares
that,
what
yeah.
everyone else says? You
Yeah.
know.
And that again, I think that's why. And I saw it somewhere too. It's like people are struggling more nowadays because, again, people are getting distant from God,
Yeah.
and because of social media, you know, it's running people's lives. But that's that on that.
That.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into love. Love.
How's it going?
Love. How's it go? Like that. No, it's something else. There you go.
Wait, what the?
Love. Anyways, so
Yeah, love.
first question we got is, what is your true definition of love?
Love. Yeah.
Hey,
Love,
Jim.
just love. Yeah. My true definition of love.
Well, hold on. Before you continue, I kind of cheated because I have this question answered. It was a question that I chose because I already had answered, but I just wanted to know what your take on it was.
Okay.
So, while you talk, I'm gonna look for the actual paragraph that I wrote down.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah. So go ahead. What is your true definition of love?
Love. Damn. So, it's not that hard, but it's hard, you know? Because there's different kinds of loves, you know. Obviously, there's family love. And there's. Damn, that's a big.
It's not even that big, bro.
It's not that
The-
big.
the-
It's like.
it's pretty big. Yeah, it's pretty long.
But, like, obviously, there's family love. That's unconditional love.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah.
For the most part.
In some families.
Yeah, some families. For the most part, you know? Like, to me.
Like,
No, it's unconditional love.
Dominic Toretto. Family. I got family.
Yeah, there you go. Fast and
Everything's
Furious.
family.
Just watch Fast and Furious, guys.
Don't watch Fast and Furious.
Don't. Yeah,
It's-
watch it. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
No, they're superheroes.
Watch the Avengers.
They're gonna fight the Avengers in the next movie.
Who, Fast and Furious?
Yeah.
Who wins? Toretto family.
Toretto's gonna get the gauntlet.
Family.
Just kill everyone. Family wins in the end.
There you go. Family. No, but okay, so that's my on that part. But
Unconditional love, family.
unconditional love, that's family. Okay, and there's love. There's friend love, which honestly, love should be unconditional.
Yeah.
You know,
all love.
All love should.
That's what
I don't want
should
to. I don't
be.
just want to say it's just family, but I said that just because.
I have that written down.
Really? Like I don't just want to say it's for family because all love should be unconditional.
Yeah.
You know, if I tell you I love you, which I don't, it means I have to mean it. I have to love you, which I don't.
We're gonna stop the podcast there, guys.
All right, guys. Yeah. No, I'm playing, dude, but honestly, like, I'm not playing, but just kidding. No, all right. Honestly, like, all right, dude,
Cut the mic off.
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
You
can't hear you. I can't hear you. Hey.
So, hey, you answer. No, like all love should be unconditional. Yeah, like unconditional. Like if I tell you I love you, which I know I have, and I do love you. Like I don't tell a lot of people I love you. You know, I take that back. I don't love them. Yeah. No, but like, I don't tell, like, personally, I don't tell a lot of people I love you because I take that personal.
Yeah.
You know?
It's
Because a lot of people
big
just
thing.
throw it. Yeah, a lot of people just throw it out there, like,
Yeah.
oh, I love you. Like, they tell me, and I'm just like, oh, yeah, laters, you know?
Before we continue with the question, I love you. I love you too. Which one?
Which one, what, like,
Which
if
one?
I tell you,
if
you tell me,
if someone tells you, I love you, what do you reply? I love you, or I love you too?
ILY too.
I hate you. I hate you.
Just kidding, dude. I would say.
Better answer right. You better
Yeah,
answer
dude,
right.
you're putting me on the spot,
you better
bro.
answer right.
What's the right answer? It's okay. You're gonna have to go into that one. You're gonna have to
No.
explain to me which one's deeper and why.
What do you
What I
think?
say? So if my mom tells me I love you too, mom.
Okay, but yeah, that makes sense because it's family. But like your significant other, your girlfriend at the time, your wife,
I love you.
the person that you love.
I love you more. I tend to say that.
Okay, that's cool.
I
That's
tend to
cool.
say that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I don't really.
But that's not
say
what the question was.
Oh
I
no,
love you.
man.
Or I love you too.
With the 2 or TOO?
John, oh my god. T-O,
Dude.
don't do that.
Not bad, dude. Just scoot up to the mic.
T-O-O. T-O. T-W-O. No. T-O-O.
TWO.
T-O-O. I love you, I love you too.
If I would.
I said,
I think
hey, John,
I-
if I was a girl, I was a pretty girl. If I was a pretty girl,
You are pretty.
thanks, man.
All
John,
right.
I love you.
You're my significant other, so, right?
John, I love you.
Correct?
Yes.
Oh. Girl voice. You okay? You
Really,
sick?
really?
Yeah,
That was hot.
Low key.
Hurry up, stop avoiding the question.
I'd probably be I love you.
There you go. There you go.
I don't
Because this might have, okay, I'm glad that you said that, because if not, I literally would have slapped you. No.
Wait, I
Might
don't
say-
know.
oh
actually.
my, no.
No, okay.
That's it.
No,
You're done talking.
Okay.
You're done talking. Anyways,
Yeah.
my take on it, I love you, I love you. The two, it means nothing. Because if you say, I love you to somebody, and they say, I love you too, they're only saying, I love you because you told them.
Okay. Now I get
So,
what you're saying.
so the fact that they say two, it makes it a reply.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. But if you say, I love you, and they say, I love you, it means a lot more.
I get it, okay.
Because it's not them saying it back. It's them saying it because they mean it.
Not because they have. Yeah.
Not
I get
because
you.
they have to. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense.
And then, is the I in front of I love you important?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. 100%. That makes all the difference.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly, like I never really thought about it the way you thought about it.
Yeah.
I love you too. But now that you tell me, like it makes sense. You know.
Mhm.
I had never really thought about it like that.
Yeah,
Because if
yeah.
I would have thought about it like that, I'd be like, yeah, definitely just
I
I
love
love
you
you.
too.
Yeah, just I love you.
I love you
Yeah.
too.
No.
No, it has to be I love you.
Yeah.
If it's any other version or the.
Just straight up, I love.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Because if it's any other way of it, then no.
Even if it's
Like
spelled
drop kick you.
incorrectly.
Yeah. LUV.
Like the heck. Yeah.
LUV, no.
Nah,
Love. LOVE.
Yes, sir.
E.
It's 20 E's. Just messed it up.
Okay.
And then the U, YO. Yo.
I love yo.
My bad, I forgot the U.
Oh. Anyways, okay. So, what is your definition of love?
I love you or I love you too?
No, no.
No,
What is your definition?
My definition of love.
Unconditional.
It has to be unconditional, no matter who you say it to. If you say it's because you mean it, you know?
Yeah.
But again, there's people that just throw it out there. Is there a bomb?
Oh no, and then continue.
Because people just throw it out there, but like in my case, like I take it super personal. I take it super like it's a big thing for me, because I don't just say it to anyone, and like a lot of people just throw it out there. Again, a lot of people just throw it out there, and a lot of people. Someone had asked me a while ago, like, why don't you say I love you back to me? It was a guy. Okay, it wasn't a girl. I know. But it was one of my guy friends. It was me. How was it? I forgot who it was. I don't remember.
You love me, John?
I forgot who it was. But he's like, why don't you ever say like, I love you back or something? Yeah. And I told him, I was like, dude, honestly, because I take that like personal, you know, like I take it. It's a big thing for me. So, yeah, like I'm not just gonna say it to random people. Exactly. I'm not saying you're random, but I just don't love you, you know, like, and I'm not gonna say it to you because
I don't mean it.
Yeah, I don't mean it.
It's not gonna be a false.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. It's not gonna be false.
I love you. It's not a comment. It's more of a. I don't know what it is,
but I get what you're saying. Yeah, like if I'm gonna say it, it's because I mean it, you know. So yeah, figured. So you tell me I love you, I'll say, dude, okay, I love you too. But yeah, to me, it's unconditional. You know, that's what it means to me. That's my take.
Your take on it is? Love is more than just a feeling. Love is everything. When you love someone, you care for them unconditionally and want nothing but the best for them, whether or not you can be part of it. Love is trust and loyalty. Love is the ability to show someone what they need to be shown and help lead them to where they need to be. Love is when, no matter if you're okay or not, you will do anything with the power that you have left to make them smile. There are no limits to love, so you have to love unconditionally. It's not supposed to be easy, so you gotta just love as much as you can. And it's not supposed to be simple, so love in like the most complex of ways. You know, love is vulnerability. Love, if you're not vulnerable with somebody, you don't love them. If you can't confide in them, if you can't trust them enough to give them your all, to put down your walls and just be there for them, everything in your being, you don't love them. You gotta be vulnerable with them. That's what love is, you know? Love is vulnerability. It's everything, you know? It's more than just a feeling. It's commitment. Love is a commitment, is what it is, you know? Because there's a lot of posts that I see where it's like, you don't have to like somebody to love them, you know? Especially like in the moment, you know? Because, I mean, you're gonna, if you ever get married or with someone, like that's a commitment.
Yeah.
A marriage is a commitment. You have to love them through anything, you know? You guys can have fights. You guys can argue. You guys can disagree on things. Yeah. It's bound to happen. Yeah, exactly what it is. It's a relationship, you know? You're not always going to agree on everything. But if you don't like them in the moment because they made you mad, you argued, that doesn't mean that you're not supposed to not love them, you know?
Yeah.
It's a commitment. No matter what's happening in the moment, you can't just turn off love because of what's happening, you know? It's a choice.
Yeah.
Is what it is. It's
well, you say you don't have TikTok, huh?
I don't have TikTok.
Dude, it's because I saw a video like that. And it was about this girl and this guy. They're in a relationship, obviously. They had gotten in a fight. And the guy's all like, oh, man, like, I don't think she loves me anymore. And well, the girl that was like talking to them, she wasn't a therapist or anything. I don't know who that actually was. They were having a podcast too.
Okay.
She was like, yeah, like he told me. He's like, I don't think she loves me, and she's like, why? Because she doesn't talk to me for a day or two. Like she completely ignores me.
Yeah.
And obviously, how do you feel? Like, how would that feel? Like, obviously, it would suck. Like,
yeah.
I thought you loved me. You know, like you're not supposed to ignore the person you love. I mean, yeah, you're gonna fight and stuff. You're not gonna talk to him for a little bit. But it's like that lady that was talking to the guy, or that guy had said, that guy was talking to. The lady's all like, okay, let's go talk to your girlfriend. So that lady goes up to the guy's girlfriend and is like, do you still love him? She's like, of course I do. She's like, why? Why do you ask that? Because he feels that when you guys get in a fight and you ignore him for a day or two, he feels like you just don't love him anymore, or like you're losing love. And that lady's all like, or his girlfriend was like, no, like of course I love him. I'm just mad at him in the moment.
Yeah.
You know, like just because I don't like him in the moment doesn't mean I don't love him.
Exactly.
So like funny that you bring it up because I had just seen that video not too long ago. So
that is true.
Yeah.
You know, like I mean, that's what love is, bro. Love is, like I said, it has to be unconditional unless it's not love. You know. I was texting one of my friends the other day because she was having problems with her significant other, and she was asking questions. She was like asking for advice, and she was asking me like, what do I do? You know.
Yeah.
She was like, what do I do? And so we got into it. We were just talking. We were having this casual conversation. It was really really deep. And what she told me, kind of like completely changed my whole perspective on what love is and what love means. You know, I always knew that it meant the most. You know, love.
Yeah.
Without love, there's why live?
Yeah.
You know. But it made me appreciate love, the feeling of love, a lot more. Because what she said is, an ounce of love can make gallons of pain go away.
Damn.
Exactly. And I was like, oh my God. Like she was telling me, because she asked me for advice, and then she was like, you know what, you're right. And then she said that, and I was like,
she gave you advice.
Yeah, I was like, woo!
Yeah.
And then I told her like after that I was like, you completely like shocked me, you know, like I didn't expect this, you know. And then I told her, more towards like love relationship wise and stuff like that. But just because something isn't going at its best doesn't mean that you should stop being your best or keep going.
Yeah.
If something isn't going well, that doesn't mean that you should stop being your best. You know,
stop trying your best.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's just like that. We had that conversation, bro. It was probably one of the best conversations that I've ever had. Because we went from her asking for my advice to us just like motivating each other to keep going. You know, like it was dope, and like the way like that just stuck with me always. And then there was another thing that I saw the other day. It was from a movie. I was on YouTube, and on YouTube they have free movies. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah, I noticed that.
There was one with Captain America. Chris Evans. Yeah, Chris Evans. It was like a love story movie or whatever, and so he's like homeless, and there's this girl that's trying to get on a train because she's in New York, and I forgot where she lives, but she's in New York meeting with this dude because they had like unfinished business or whatever, but she had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend was out of town, so she made the trip when he was out of town just to fix something and then go back, but she missed her train, and he was homeless, so but he thought that she was like the most beautiful girl, whatever. So like, he fell in love, whatever. But she was like very defiant about it, and like they go through this whole adventure, and they're helping each other, and they get into arguments, and like they're like, oh, well, you're just helping me because you want to be with me, and stuff like that. And he was like, well, no, like I'm helping you because I care, you know, like I see you're struggling and stuff like that. So like goes the whole thing, and so they finally kind of like make up, and they're walking, and they go to this fortune teller. And the fortune teller, he's telling them stuff like that. He's like, I could tell your guys' future. And they're like, and he was like he didn't believe it, you know. He was like, this is crap, you know. Like he's just saying it because he sees in the moment and stuff like that. And so she was scared and she didn't want to hear it. So she's like, I can't do this. I have to go call and tell him the truth and stuff like that. So it was a whole thing. But one of the things, like they finally both sat down, and he was asking, he's like, do you love the guy that you're with right now? and she was hesitant. She didn't know. And then he turns to the guy, and like looks at the girl, like the fortune teller.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at Chris Evans, and then he looks at her, and he kind of just gestures, and he says, "In life, there will always be struggle. You just have to pick who you want to struggle with." And that one line of the whole movie just completely made me feel some type of way. Yeah. And I was like, that's so true. Like you can go through life, meet all these people, but if you don't pick the right person to struggle with, there's no point.
Yeah. Just gonna struggle more.
Yeah, you're just gonna struggle more, exactly. It's like that. There will always be struggle. You just have to pick who you want to struggle with. And I really like that. And I was like, that's pretty deep,
I've seen her. That's true, like you said. It's true.
Don't let someone be a priority when all you are to them is an option.
Yeah. I'm go home and cry. I'm just gotta get my feels.
Love isn't always easy, but that's when it matters most. When it's not easy is when it matters most. Is when you realize whether or not love is real.
Yeah. I really do love me or not.
Love isn't something where you have to follow guidelines. There's no logic to love. There's no thinking. It's all instinctive. It's all action is what it is, It's emotion, It's emotion, it's choice, it's action, it's all that stuff, There's no thinking. You don't think about it.
Yeah.
If you think about it, then you went wrong. You're not supposed to think about it. You're supposed to know. Not supposed to think about it. There's no correct way for someone to love you, and there's no correct way for you to love someone else. It comes and it goes, and love is what we do best. And with love, there's gonna be pain. But if there's no pain, there's no love. Yeah.
Damn, it's deep.
Yeah.
Just gets deeper every time.
For real. So she's.
Yeah.
I hate you. Yeah. Yeah, it's just stuff like that. That's what love is, in my opinion, at least.
So it really is.
That's what I think it is. Yeah. That was it?
That was it?
Oh, no. One more. Is love a feeling, action, or commitment, or all of them?
Just talk about that.
All of them.
All of them. Yeah.
That's what love is. Love is a feeling, it's an action, and a commitment. It's more than just a feeling. I didn't say it wasn't a feeling. It's more than just a feeling. It's also an action, and it's a commitment. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Love is a commitment. It's all of them. Think about it.
You're not supposed to think about it.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, dude.
You got anything else, brother?
Just don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids. Alright, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for listening. Support Hobbs.
Don't buy the hat.
Don't buy the hat. Yeah, no, these are ours.
Buy
other hats.
There is someone behind the camera. You should buy their hat.
There is more. There's gonna be Table Talk merch coming out hopefully soon. But yeah, this is episode 3. I hope y'all enjoyed. Stay tuned for episode 4. I'll let you guys know.
And 5.
And 5 and 6.
7.
And 8.
So
all of them. All of them. Just keep going. It doesn't stop.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting. We'll catch you on the next episode. Before we go, let's pose so we can get it for the thumbnail. Ready? Alright, 1, 2, 3. Alright.